Hey, what's up, YouTube? Spag here, and I just got yesterday. Well, technically, it came Saturday, but I didn't open it until yesterday because I was out at a concert. But this is my Saluda 22-inch Green Goddess ride that I have been patiently waiting for. It's taken a few weeks, and keep in mind, I hit it a few times yesterday, maybe a half an hour, but this has not been sweetened. It's going to need some time. It's going to change a little bit, but that being said, I'm really impressed. I had them do thinner sides, so it's a little bit more crashable. I also wanted a little flatter bell. I didn't want a real big bell. Still going. I don't know how well this mic is going to pick it up, but it's the mic I usually use, so I'm going to go into a little bit of playing around. Keep in mind, I'm not a great drummer to begin with, and then jazz is definitely not my forte. I've only been doing it for maybe about 6 weeks of my playing time, which is going on a year. So. Exactly the sound I was looking for. I told Jamie, if you're going to order one, make sure you tell Jamie I said, hey, what's up, man? Because he's the best. I said, I went back and forth how I wanted it. I was going to get a hybrid where it was all polished on this side and green goddess texture on this side. And decided against that. I just love the way this looks coated with just the gold edge. And on the bottom it's just all green. And it's just so different, but I wanted a dry sound, and I think it's there. But I wanted it to be pretty thick in the middle, kind of heavy in the middle, which it is, and on the edges I want it thin, kind of like an Omni. I had fallen in love with this moon ride that I kept going to the music store and listening to, and I loved the way center sounded. It was real thick and dry, but it it did not have crashability to it at all. I mean, it sounded horrible when you crashed it, and it just had no response. This it's exactly the way I wanted it. That's, I hate to reiterate it so much, but it truly is. And this is, you know, these are kind of lightweight maple sticks, which is what I usually use when I'm playing jazz. By the way, this is because I have some hand problems. I don't have any feeling in these fingers and no strength. So, and I put it on both of them because I don't have to worry about which one I'm holding. But this is what it sounds like with a heavy wood stick. Sometimes I use marching band sticks when trying to work out a little bit, build up the hand speed, or strength, I should say. And these are also Vader. The other ones were Vader sugar maples. They were sweet jazz. These are Vader sweet maple sweet ride. That's all I have to say. Sweet, pretty sweet though. So obviously your choice of sticks is going to make a difference in how it sounds. Any cymbal, right? That's my left hand messing up. If I don't have the thing, I should have put this one in this hand. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think, all right? I know I'll get some Saluda fans listening in, and but hopefully I'm going to get some, excuse me, some new people who have never heard of Saluda. They are, and this is not a paid promotion. This is just a very, very happy customer. They've never given me any cymbals, and I have a lot of their cymbals already. I've only been playing for a year, and I probably have 20 or so of their cymbals, maybe 25. I've actually lost count, and I hope my wife didn't hear that. And I can call them up and say, hey, I want it to sound like this, and they do it. And this is their Diamond series. I hope you can see that on the camera. But this is usually a traditional color, traditional finish. And I had them put bands in it because I wanted mine to be different. I have a 22-inch ride that matches this. This is a crash ride 18. I have a 17-inch thin crash, and I have the 10-inch splash as well. And these are Saluda Glory Series 14-inch hi-hats. A little more background on them. They are based in North Carolina. They handcraft all of their cymbals, and that's about all I know about the actual process. There's a lot of videos online showing them doing some stuff in their factory, but the customer service is beyond approach from anybody. You call up one of the big 4 cymbal makers, or maybe big 5, and tell them you want your name on the cymbal. They're going to laugh at you. They've done that for me. You tell them you want, I want a cymbal that sounds like this. So the most recent cymbal I bought before this was a 13-inch heavy bell that sounds just like Nico McBrain's Peisty 13-inch heavy bell that's not available. you can't buy it anymore except for some special package that you could buy that comes in some crate that costs like the price of a Lamborghini or so. But you can't buy them unless you find one used or new old stock. But I wanted something that sounded like that, and I also didn't want to pay $400 for it. So I told them that's what I want. He said, "Oh yeah, I can make something like that. What finish do you want it in?" Well, I could have Mystex, I could have Diamond, I could have Decadent Series, I could have Glory Series, any color and finish that I want. I could have done it in Green Goddess, but that's for my rock kit, and that's not going to have any Green Goddesses on it. So it's kind of the opposite of this. It's really bright. It's really, I should have brought it over here. I didn't know I was going to start talking about it, to be honest with you, but it's it sounds very much like the Feisty 13-inch heavy bell. And, you know, I don't want to quote the wrong price and then have you guys get mad, but it was either 109 or 129 or something like that. I think it's 129. It was $150. I'll just put it that way. And half of what the Feisty would cost. And I got it finished. I said I wanted it in the Decadence 2 series, which is not officially out yet. So it's actually a prototype. So it's the first ever made. Might be one of the first ever made 13-inch heavy bells. I don't know, but I know it's the first in the Decadence 2 series, which is going to be the Decadence series, which is their 10-year anniversary. They made that line. Now it's coming up on 20, so they're doing Dec 2. And that's what the finish is, but it doesn't say Decadence yet. They haven't come up with, I guess, the new logo for the Decadence series. But officially it's a prototype because that line has not been released. Wow, that was a lot on that one cymbal. But the point is, I could email Jamie, I can call Jamie and say, hey, I want it to sound like this. Hey, I want my 18-inch China to sound like this guy. And I told him who I wanted it to sound like. And he gave me a vented 18-inch China with holes in it like that big, and this thing is brash and loud. If you want to play metal and rock and, you know, hard rock, and you want a China that's going to really cut through everything, that's it. And that's what I asked for. My other hi-hats, one of the other hi-hats, I have a 14-inch Earthwork series hybrid, so they're the dark finish on the middle, then shiny on the edges. I got the rippled bottoms, kind of like a Master Sound, rippled edge on the bottom hats, not heavily rippled. And I said I want a nice bright set of hi-hats. I want something that's going to be heard in a 14, and that's what I got. He has not failed me yet, and I've wow, if I knew I was going to do all this, I would have probably just held the camera. But I've got all their flat bells except for the 9-inch. They're really cool. You can grab them on eBay. I think I got one of them for like $10. So, because they sell a lot of stuff on eBay, and a lot of their prototypes get sold on eBay. So I can't talk enough about Saluda because their customer service is just outrageous. As a beginning drummer, I didn't know, like, I want a bright finish, I want a banded finish, I want a diamond finish, I want this kind of lathing, diamond lathing, I want, hard, you know, whatever kind of lathing, whatever kind of hammering. I didn't know any of that. I was like, I don't know, I want it to sound like this. And he said, okay, this is what you want. And he made it, and he shipped it. And I've never been disappointed with anything he's made for me, and they are all custom. Nobody has my cymbals. Nobody has the exact same cymbals as me. This one I got, I wanted to look exactly the way the factory makes these, the standard Green Goddess finish, because I think it's perfect. Quite honestly, I didn't want any extra banding. I didn't want any extra. I didn't want a raw bell or a shinier bell. I wanted it just like this chemical process that they use. This is not paint. This is a chemical process they use. I'm assuming they use some kind of they're doing something to the copper to make the copper part of it oxidize fast, obviously. You know, kind of Statue of Liberty color, which is all copper. Bronze is made up partially of copper. So I think that's how they do it. I don't know the exact process, but I've never seen any other cymbal company do it. Not like this, that's for sure. And I wanted something really dry. I did not want that. I did not want I did not want a Sabian AAX explosion, speaking of Nico McBrain, I don't want his 22-inch Sabian Heisty rather ride cymbal that cuts through anything. It's incredibly loud, and I love that cymbal. But I started playing jazz 6 weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago. I forget, but to try and work on my independence and to try and work on dynamics, and it's working out pretty well. But I just wanted to get everything I wanted for jazz to sound like jazz. So I bought a Yamaha bebop kit, and I have a little M80 snare here added to it. This is a Yamaha Stage Custom Birch 18-inch bebop, and this is a Stage Custom snare as well, which I flip back and forth. I change out the snares a lot. Sometimes I'm playing the Acolyte, sometimes I'm playing my Tom King beat. It all depends, but this is about this cymbal, and I keep going away from there. I really do need to work on that, but again, I can't say enough about it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Give a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, please. I'm so thankful for all my subscribers. I can't even begin to tell you how incredible of 6 months it's been. The channel growth has just exploded, and I have you guys all to thank for it. And I'm not at the point of being monetized yet, and even though I have enough subscribers, I don't have enough watch hours. And I know I'm never really going to make any money doing this, because most of my videos are other people's music. So they automatically get demonetized and the artist gets the money, which is only fair, right? So that being said, I do want to grow the channel, but it's all because I love the feedback you guys give me on how terrible my drumming is or how good it is. And all the feedback on all the concert stuff. I've got lots of concert footage, and going to be adding more as time goes on, obviously. I almost think I should have two different channels, one for drums and drumming and one for concert footage, but I'm too lazy. All right, love you guys. Thanks, man.